Hey guys, Eric from Skeeter Boat Center in Ramsey, Minnesota. I am super excited today to bring you the brand new Solera 189 from Skeeter. This is a boat that Skeeter saw an opportunity to where in that fish and ski market, say, where you see a lot of those boats out there these days in the fish and ski category that are more ski than fish, let's say. Skeeter, being a fishing boat company, designed this boat, I would say revolving a little more around the fishing part of things. But man, when you're out there in the morning, you out and catch that limit of crappies, everything else, you come into the dock. The wife and the kids want to go out and just kind of drive around and tool around the lake and maybe have a pop or something like that and just take it easy, do some tubing, do some skiing, things like that. This boat is going to absolutely fit that bill. A couple things I'm going to show you. Now, one thing I want to just get out of the way right now is this is a brand new boat. There's a ton of features in this boat. A lot of things that I'll probably forget today. So if you do have any questions, anything I miss, anything like that, feel free to give us a call at Skeeter Boat Center, either our Ramsey, Minnesota location or our Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin location. Any of us would be more than happy to answer any questions you have on this boat. Now, getting to the boat a little bit. They do, like I said, gearing a little bit around the fishing, or mostly around the fishing part of things. You'll find that the boat's going to come standard with a Minn Kota Terrova 80-pound trolling motor on the bow. One thing again Skeeter does do is a Skeeter slide bracket. This is something that Skeeter makes in their factory. Nice thing is if you've ever been on a lake with maybe a steeper boat ramp, your boat comes off of the trailer and your bow roller comes up, hits the bottom of your trolling motor, maybe does a little bit of damage to your trolling motor or even to your fiberglass. Nice thing about this is all you do is you pull that pin, pull it out, slide that motor forward, now you're good to go. When you're ready to go back on the trailer or trailering or putting the cover on, anything like that, go ahead and pop that pin back out, slide it back, out of the way. This you're going to find too, you're going to get your winch post ladder on this trailer, your Fulton F2 winch, and also your Fulton F2 jack stand. Real beefy winch and jack stand on this boat. You will find as well your spare tire and matching rim. Another thing I wanted to kind of point out here was that Skeeter, this is their first attempt at making, they made their own trailers for this boat. This is a Skeeter manufactured trailer. One thing that I think is really, really cool about this is there's always been that, you know, do I go to a tandem axle? Do I go to a single axle? Well, my boat's kind of heavy. That single axle might not quite be enough. Usually, the manufacturers, the trailers, the boats, they work together. They know, you know, that yes, this trailer will handle this boat, but a little bit of peace of mind. One thing different on this trailer is you'll notice it's a 6 lug axle on this trailer with a 4,500-pound tow rating. It doesn't have, you know, it's a very, very beefy trailer for a single axle trailer. Gives you a little bit of peace of mind there. Like I said, there's a couple things I'm going to forget about the boat here, and I just forgot a major one that I'll get back to when we're in the boat, but just kind of bear with me on that. We're going to kind of come back to the back end of the boat here. I'll show you a couple features that they've done here that I think are pretty darn cool. Obviously, they're going to come with the boat buckle, retractable buckles there to buckle down the transom of the boat. Go ahead and tighten that up and you're good to go on the road. No more fumbling with all the straps and everything else. Like I said, as far as the family part of the boat, one thing that they did here that I think is kind of neat was they put a integrated ladder. So say the kids, the wife, yourself, whatever, you're out swimming, you're doing your thing, time to get back in the boat. Instead of trying to climb over the side, climb up the motor, which we've all done, and look kind of like a goofball doing it, now you go ahead and open up that door, take your ladder out, let it slide down, climb in, do your thing, pull it back up, back in there, latch it back shut, you're good to go. As some of you may know, Yamaha does own Skeeter. So therefore, you're going to find, one thing you're going to find on all the Skeeter boats is the #1 reliability motor out there as far as marine motors go. Yamaha is, like I said, to me, I tell people all the time, you know, if you're curious, if you're wondering about what's Yamaha got for whatever, One thing I like to tell people is go ahead and Google Yamaha. One thing that will come up in there is reliability, 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 no doubt. And now with the 150 SHO VMAX, you're also going to find huge performance in this boat. One thing that I've noticed on this one, and looking at performance bulletins and things on this boat that's really cool, is in a lot of the fish and ski boats out there, you'll notice, you know, they do their thing, but they don't really put a lot of emphasis on performance. You know, as long as the boat goes and gets you where you want to go and everything else, it's all fine. This boat, loaded, people, gear, everything else, you're still going to be close to 50 miles an hour in this boat. So you're going to jump up on plane and you're going to get there in a hurry. There's no dogginess about it or anything like that. So performance-wise, this boat maybe stands ahead of some of the others. If you go over to this side here, you're going to see, again, you're going to find just some kind of creature comfort deals here where, yeah, if you got your tow rope, your ski rope, and everything else, you want to leave it in a pile laying in the bottom of the boat, go ahead and wind it up in here. When you're ready to go, close it up, off you go, and you're good. So guys, like I said, I think one of the biggest things in this boat is all of the features that it does offer you. Most of that stuff now is inside the boat, so let's go ahead and climb in, take a look, and see what we see inside the boat. Remember when I said I would probably forget something about the boat? Well, here's one thing for sure. Like I say, we were kind of gearing in on the fishability of this boat. One thing Skeeter did on this one was they integrated the React keel, which if you're familiar with that, it is a steeper keel. They use it on our WX series boats and our MX series. That keel itself has like an extra step in it. And man, for trackability, for trolling or drift fishing, nothing beats that React keel. So now we got that out of the way, let's hop in the boat and take a peek inside. Okay guys, so like I was saying, the Skeeter Solera 189 is so chock full of features. What I'm gonna do, I think the easiest thing for me to do is to go through and kind of explain to you and show you some of the recreational aspects of this boat. Then once we're done with that, we'll come back and we'll go over the fishing side of things. So let's hop up to the front and show you kind of the front, and we'll just kind of work our way back. Couple things that you'll notice are really cool. You do have your removable bow cushions. So if you are, you know, out there just kind of tooling around the lake, you can go ahead and sit back. You've got your backrests, everything else. You do have cup holders in the front as well, along with the tool holder. Also a little caddy in the side where you can put your sunscreen, bug spray, whatever you want to put up there, cell phone, sunglasses, whatever. As you come around the front of the boat, you'll notice you do have two Infinity speakers there. So you do have an Infinity sound system actually throughout the whole boat, Bluetooth capable, everything else. So you can have your favorite radio station on as you're driving around. You will notice also up on the front there is a area to flush mount a graph. So if you do want a fish finder GPS up there, we can get that as well. On the other side, basically the same as this side here, you do have again another cup holder, cubby holder, that sort of thing. As you come back to the port side cockpit area, here you do have, as I was saying, your Infinity sound system here, Bluetooth capable. Again, a great stereo. You also have a glove box there. It does have a liner on it, so it will seal, will be dry storage there. Again, a lot of your sunglasses, stuff like that, goes right in there. Latches tight, good to go. One thing that's really cool on this boat, if you notice, we kind of all were sitting around going, what in the heck is this pole down here? What that is Skeeter has a bag. Actually, it's almost like a day bag that'll fit into that spot exactly there. You know, put your towels in there, put your sunscreen, again, bug spray, everything else, tucks right in there really nice, gets out of the way here. Again, some more speakers there, everything else. You will notice, as I was saying, cup holders, cup holders, cup holders. This thing is really loaded with that. Kind of a cool one that I noticed that I'd never seen before was this one is actually on a track. You can have it for the person in the front, person in the back, and if you want to actually take it out, you can take it right out of the boat. It slides right off the track, get it out of the way, good to go. As we go around to the back of the boat, you're going to see more tool holders there. It does have your large jump seats. You know, one nice thing I've noticed about these jump seats, they're big. I mean, they're roomy. You can go ahead and lounge in them really well. Underneath those jump seats, you're going to find your trolling motor batteries on this side. cranking battery on that side. Boat does come standard with a ski tow pylon. This is removable, so if you want to go ahead and take that out, get it out of the way when you're fishing out here and things like that, just pop a pin out of the bottom, take it out, put it in your storage, good to go. As you come around to this side here of the boat, you're going to see you got some more storage. Storage compartment there, another tool holder, again, that cool cup holder there. And then you come up to the main cockpit of the boat, or the driving area here. Nice thing here, you got a lot of leg room. You kind of kick back, do your thing. Seats on a slider. You can move forward and backward as you want to. Standard equipment on this boat is going to be a Humminbird Helix depth finder, GPS combo, and that will be, again, flush mounted into there. Just kind of looking around. I think that covered a lot. You probably saw something I missed. Again, if I did, if you saw something that I didn't tell you about, you didn't hear about, give me a holler. One thing I just remembered too, for the recreational part, this boat does come standard with the bimini top or a sunshade. This one is, again, the first one out there, so we don't have it yet. We're waiting for it. So if you, like I say, if you noticed anything that you wanted to hear about that I didn't talk about, feel free to give us a buzz at Ramsey or our Chippewa Falls location. Now we're going to take a little break. We'll come back and we'll talk about the fishing side of things. All right, guys, so we've gone through the exterior of the boat. We've gone through a lot of the recreational parts of this boat. Now let's get to the nuts and bolts, the fishing side of things. I'm going to start out, we're going to hop up to the front here again, come through. As you can see, we've pulled the bow pads out. So now you've got your carpeted deck, and actually it's a good sized deck. I mean, you can go ahead and do a lot of casting stuff up here. Everything else, you're not worried about stepping off the back of the deck, which is nice. You do have, right up here in front of your driver's cockpit there, you do have your bait well. Go ahead, it's fully plumbed. You can go ahead and throw your crappie minnows, sucker minnows, whatever you want in there, leeches, whatnot, in there, good to go. In front of that, you do have a cooler. Works as a cooler. Go ahead and throw some ice in there, throw your pops, everything else. You can also throw, it can be dry storage too, if you want to use it for that. Otherwise, also, sorry, you go around to the front. Again, we kind of touched a little bit on the dash panel there in the bow. You can go ahead and recess a flush mount, a 7-inch graph up there, no problem. Again, fishing side of things, 80-pound, 24-volt Corova Minn Kota trolling motor. If you go to this part here, you've got another real large storage area there. Throw your life jackets, throwable, everything else can go up there. Tackle boxes, whatever you need. Then you come over to this side. Again, boom, more dry storage. Pretty neat feature. You'll notice a padded lid there, so when you do close it, it's going to go ahead and suck down tight, keep everything nice and dry in there. Your lights will be in there as well, your bow light and your stern light. Now coming back to the back area here, you'll notice one thing that I thought was really, really cool about this boat compared to some of the other fishing skis is the amount of storage as far as fishing storage, rod storage, things like that. Some of those boats you just don't find any of that. So in the Solera, you go ahead and put that forward. That is actually removable as well. If you want to take it out and get it out of the way, you can do that. Open up your large center rod storage here. You'll notice you've got 6 rod tubes on the sides there. You can slide those rods up in there. You also have the center where if you wanted to put a ski in there, you sure can. If you took your ski tow bar off, throw that in there if you want it in there as well. Go ahead and close that up. There. Now as we come around to the side here, again, really cool feature. More rod storage here. You can put a couple rods in the side here, put the butt ends there, the tips up here. I believe you can put 10-foot rods in there. So if you've got some trolling rods or whatnot, you can go ahead and stick them in that storage there. Close it up, good to go. Again, I'm sure you've noticed all the tool holders. You got your spots for your scissors, spots for your needle nose pliers, things like that, hemostats, whatever. The boat does also have a large live well in the back here. I mean, plenty of room in there to put anything you need to put in there. Good to go. That way, again, coming around to this side, one thing I just noticed now too was the LED courtesy lights. To me, that's a huge deal. If I am fishing into the evening or early morning, I'm not fumbling around with a headlight, everything else. I can go ahead and flip those courtesy lights on, lights up the boat, plenty good. You can go ahead and sit down and tie up your lines, get your baits ready, things like that. Now, the actual cockpit area itself, again, what I've got here are all my rocker switches, which are going to give me control of everything in this boat. I've got a master power switch, my courtesy lights, again, those are the LEDs throughout the boat. Nav lights are going to be my bow and stern light. I do have fills and recirculates on both my live wells and my bait wells all the way around. I have an auto bilge and a manual bilge. So say you are out, you tied the boat up for the weekend at the dock, rainstorm comes through, don't worry, the boat is going to go ahead and bilge with the auto bilge. But if you do get out and you notice some water, things like that, you can do it manually as well. Now both bilges will run at one time, and your horn there as well. Again, fully customizable. Like I say, the boat's going to come standard with the Helix 7 from Humminbird GPS sonar combo. But you know what? Say you're a Lance guy or you're a Garmin guy. Go ahead. We can go ahead and order the boat without that Helix in there. We can put a Lowrance in there. We can put a Garmin in there. No problem. Remember, we do have a fully service shop, or full service shop, to where they can go ahead and do any type of rigging you'd like to do after the fact. So. As far as that stuff there goes, like I said, guys, that kind of takes care of a lot of the fishing sides of this boat. Again, I'm sure I forgot something or a few things. So feel free to give us a shout, either at our Chippewa Falls location or our Ramsey location. Love to talk to you about the Solera 189.